Hi, I'm Rokael, and I'm a celebrity makeup artist and founder of Rokael Beauty. Today's tutorial is inspired by the look that I created on Bee for her Super Bowl commercial. I'm working on my beautiful model, Vanessa. Obviously, I'm gonna adapt it for Vanessa's skin tone and for her color palette, so they're not gonna be the exact same products. You're gonna be able to recreate it and get the vibe of how we achieved the look for her. So grab your popcorn and your notepad, because you're gonna wanna take some notes. Already done Vanessa's eyebrows, and I used the Anastasia brow pencil in the shade Caramel. I used a little bit of the MAC Clear Brow Gel just to set them into place, put a little bit of like a translucent powder over them, sit there and marinate, and then I dusted it off. So to start the eye look, I'm gonna use MAC's Art Therapy Pro Longwear Paint Pot, and I love it because it kind of creates like a matte canvas for the eyelid. Sometimes I like to use a paint pot with a color, or sometimes I just use like a paint pot or a eyeshadow base that's the color of her skin tone. And I'm basically gonna blend it only on her eyelid. I'm not gonna take it all the way up. I'm gonna use this Jaclyn Hill Cosmetic bronzer in the shade Top Down. I'm gonna come in and kind of create like an outer V shape, creating almost like an eyeliner effect. The inspiration behind this look was really just to create something that was going to be like classic and timeless. Felt like the pinks and the peaches are something that's like just so soft and feminine, and it would work with anything that she would wear. This is why I chose this color palette. So now I'm going to start working the eyeshadow, which is basically the bronzer, into the crease of her eye. I'm only going to bring it about halfway in, and then I'm going to start lightly diffusing it into her eyebrow to kind of create like a rounded open eye shape. Now I'm using Ripened from MAC, and I'm going to grab it with this London brush, Best Kept Secret in the number 4. Now I'm applying that shadow right on the outer V of the eye. I'm not going to take it all the way up. I just want to create a little bit more depth and dimension on the outer V, because it also just helps with like creating that like snatched and lifted effect. And it doesn't matter if you drop the shadow a little low. I actually sometimes bring it pretty low. I'm going to come back later on and clean it up and create like a nice little crisp line, either with the concealer or by just cleaning it up with the makeup wipe. So I feel by curling the lashes, you're able to see kind of where the direction of the eye is going. And I just like to pump it like a couple times. By pumping the lash, you're like moving the hairs around, which allows it to just curl a little bit more. And when you've pumped it 15 times, look how buff your lashes look. I'm gonna line her lash line a little bit. I'm gonna use Costa Riche from MAC. I'm gonna basically line the inner corners of her top lash line. Now I'm gonna only line the top outer lash line just to kind of create more of like that snatched, lifted effect. And then I'm gonna come in with the soft brush. This is a James Charles brush in the number J10. I'm just gonna basically diffuse this color into her lash line. And now I'm gonna tight line her lash line. I'm just basically gonna lift the eye, and I'm gonna come in and just kind of rim the inner part of her lash line. I'm gonna pick up a wedge sponge, and I'm gonna kind of wet it a little bit with the makeup wipe. I'm gonna use it just to kind of run it underneath the eye and really clean up that eyeshadow area. I'm gonna basically create like a little line, so you can kind of see how it's gonna start lifting the eye and creating like a snatched effect. So I'm gonna use this full coverage MAC foundation just to kind of warm her body up. I want to make her a little bit more bronzy so I can really play with the peachy like warmth of the skin. I'm gonna mix these two shades, NC35 and NC45. Start working the product on her chest. So now I'm gonna grab a little bit of Soft and Gentle from MAC. I'm just gonna use this just to add a little bit of like a glow. Only gonna apply decolletage or collarbone. Okay, so I've already done her skin work, and we did a very peachy blush to complement the eyeshadow. Now I'm gonna move into finishing the eye, and I'm gonna use this MAC Soft and Gentle highlighter. So I'm gonna basically use this all over the face to kind of create like a glowy look. First pop it in the tear duct, and I just like doing this because I feel like it opens up the eyes and it just brings a little bit of light luminosity to the eye. I'm gonna place some individual lashes. So I'm gonna use my lashes with the Aurora Lights Lunar Lights style. I'm gonna put a little bit of lash glue in the back of my hand. So first I'm gonna start with the third cluster from the left, which is the medium cluster, and I'm just gonna pull it off the tray. I'm gonna dip it into some lash glue, and I'm gonna place it at the very end of her lash line. So now I'm gonna pull another medium cluster. I'm gonna place it right next to the last lash that I just placed. Nip a little. And I'm gonna grab a smaller lash. I'm gonna place that right on the outside of the lash to kind of create a lift, but not weigh the eye down too much. Push them up. What I like to do is like to squish them together. Now I'm gonna grab the fourth cluster down, which is our medium cluster, and I'm just gonna place it right next to that last lash we put down. Next, I'm gonna put a small lash right next to that we just placed down. So I'm using 2 smalls just to build the middle of the eye. Lastly, I'm going to use our shortest lash, which is our extra small lash. And I'm just going to place that right next to those small lashes just to finish off the eye. To finish off this look, of course, I couldn't go without using my new lip collection. I'm going to start off by using my lip liner in the shade Marked. Marked is one of my favorite colors to use just to create lip definition. Perfect for shaping the lip, and then I will mix another color just to create a little bit of like a brownie with a little bit of like a bronzy undertone. Then I'm gonna come back with another lip pencil that's a little bit more warm, has a little bit more of like the peachy undertones to connect the blush and the eye, finish off this monochromatic peachy look. And I always like to just bring the lip liner a little bit more into like a pinched V when you get onto the outer part of the lip. Creates more of like a pout. Sometimes if you go a little too low here, it will droop it. And if you do happen to do that, what I like to do is just use the brush that's on the other side of the lip liner. You can kind of like clean it up and drag it. Sharpens that line for you. Grab the brush and I'm just gonna very lightly just ombre the lip liner color for when you come in with the lipstick to have already color a little diffused. So now I'm gonna use Reshaped. I love this color because it has a little bit of like that peachy brown undertone, which will be perfect to complement this peachy eye and blush look. I'm gonna grab a little bit of that and put it right next to where I put Mark. I'm almost gonna use this a little bit as like a lipstick. Honestly, you could even just stop here and just use these two together, but for the commercial, I used more of a peachy ombre lipstick, kind of do it more closer to the look that I created. I do love this as a lip combo. Reshaped and Marked looks so pretty as like a brownie peach lip. So now I'm gonna use Unique. This is more of like a peachy brown lipstick, which will be perfect to complement. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna start applying it right in the center of the lip. I'm gonna use the shape of the lipstick to kind of follow that lip liner line and ombre it into it. So now I'm gonna use Shakina. This is like a very peachy color, and I'm gonna use that just to brighten up the lip. The ombre look is just really all about like merging a few colors and blending them into like a gradient, and that's how you achieve the most perfect ombre look. So now I'm gonna use Rebirth to add the extra peachy touch. I'm just gonna place it right in the middle. I don't want to place it all over just because I don't want to destroy that ombre texture that we created. So you just work your way up the top of the lip. I'm just gonna have her lightly like power her lips together. This is the final look. I hope you guys enjoyed the look that we created using all these peachy brownie undertones. It's one of my favorite looks that I created on B, and I hope you guys enjoyed the tutorial. Stay tuned for more looks that we may or not be dropping soon. Subscribe and like, and make sure to follow for more content and for more makeup vibes that I'll be dropping soon. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in my next video, and thank you so much, Vanessa, for being my model. I'm gonna basically run. First directions word, come this way, come close, come this way. See, the directions are terrible. Closer to the light, closer to the you, closer to the...
Like the ones?
No, my armpits and not anything else, thank God.
Okay. Get closer!
It's not my cooter. I'm a human being, I'm not a superstar alien, I'm sure.
Right here.
Okay, so here we have the final...
Smack.
I didn't even know I smacked.
You did, you smacked.
Oh my God, so here we have the final look. My mouth is juicy, I can't help it. I do not want to sound like a damn turkey.
Just say thank you.
Are we rolling?
Yeah, I'm rolling.
Oh, you thought it was over? Wait till I show you what's next.